Google knows about you more than your mother does, or your father, your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, your wife, or your husband. Scary? Could be. Do you care? Do you do anything about this? I guess not.
The monk.
Please don't forget to subscribe and like the channel. But how does this happen? Google managed to make necessary in order to use a device, such as a mobile phone, tablet, or computer, and use its services to agree to their terms of service. For example, our mobile phones. In order to be able to configure an Android device, we need to enter a Gmail account when we open it for the first time. So if we do not already have one, we will have to make one. We basically create a Google account so we can use services, such as Gmail. Once we have completed this step and after agreeing and accepting the terms of service, which I doubt if anyone has ever read, then and only then, we can proceed with the configuration of our new mobile and then use all the Google services that come with our device, such as Gmail, Google Maps, Chrome browser, Google Drive, YouTube, Google Play Movies and TV, Play Store, etc. All of the above come with their own terms that again no one bothered to read, but simply accepted, showing blind trust in Google. Something similar happens on our computers, our smart TV and our tablet. All of the above Google services periodically renew and change the terms of use. Of course, they inform us with corresponding messages on the screen, which we accept once again, without reading what changes have been made. So without even realizing it, we are constantly using Google services. So what? Where's the problem? The problem is not in the use of these services, but is in the algorithm of Google that monitors and sends our data continuously to the company's servers. So, what bothers me about this? We do not seem to mind, but have you ever wondered what data is sent from us on Google servers? May I ask you a question? Would you ever go out in public and express your concerns? That you do not have enough money and you are looking for a loan? That you suspect that your partner is cheating on you and you are looking for a lawyer to get a divorce? That you suffer from melancholy? No, you would never do it in public. But how private and personal are your Google searches? Aren't my searches private? How do they do this? Let's first see what cookies are. Cookies are small text files that are stored in our browser while browsing the internet. Their purpose is to notify the site visited by the user of his previous activity. They usually describe our information such as username and password in order to remember us when we visit the same site later and not to log in. Cookies may come from the website we have visited or from someone else, third-party cookies, for example through ads. However, third-party cookies have been shown to collect information about the behavior of each user on the internet, which raises important questions about privacy. This pushed the EU and the USA issue instructions for their use and user information for each site that uses them. There are programs that clean malicious cookies, while if the user wishes to delete them, this option is given through the web browser too. 20 years ago, what cookies do today was considered a computer virus. Malware and antivirus programs blocked them. Today they have been established as a given and we have adopted their acceptance in order to browse a website. Of course, nowadays they are not considered illegal by the authorities in any country. Google has created an incredibly smart and complex algorithm, which through cookies can and does track all our web searches. Hence all our preferences. Google, through all its services, knows what time you wake up, open your applications, what time you go to work, where you work, via GPS, how many hours you work, when is your break, what time do you return from work, how many hours you used your mobile, computer or tablet today, and much more. But Google knows a lot more about you than you think, even your biggest secrets. By searching the web, Google knows not only your eating habits and where you order food from, but much more. Google knows that a minor, while his parents believe that he is asleep, he has his cell phone open under the duvets and is looking for the new sneakers that his friends have or the PlayStation 5. His parents still do not know this. Google knows that the minor is looking for erotic movies and all his preferences. Google even knows what homework the teacher put in the school, based on his searches. Google knows, for you adults, that you are looking for a new car, that you do not have enough money to pay the loan, or that you are looking to meet with others while you are married. Google is using our searches in its browser and the cookies that have been installed in it, is able to know anything that interests or worries us. In fact, Google is able to know exactly where we are geographically at any given time. Historically, what is happening is the most successful effort, to monitor the world population and even voluntarily by the population itself. If a government demanded all this personal data or set up similar monitoring mechanisms for its citizens, there would be a revolution. Why are they doing this? They do not really care who you are or what they call you. What they are interested in are your habits, hobbies, interests, and preferences. Thanks to the knowledge of the above, they can show you the right ads, at the right time. Once they know at any time what you want to do, they are able to suggest the corresponding products. So what do they gain from this? I do not pay anything. Exactly. You do not pay anything? What does this do to you? This makes you the product. In essence, your data and the rest of the billions of users' data are sold to companies in order to promote their products and services. In essence, you become a product for the companies that work with Google and later a buying public for them. Do not get angry with Google. Many others do the same, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. Is this illegal? No. Since there are no restrictions or laws that determine the type of data that these companies are allowed to keep from us, then of course what they do is considered legal. In addition, do not forget that we ourselves agree each time with the terms of use they offer to us. In essence, we give them our permission to store our data and use them the way they want. Can I prevent this? Yes, of course you could. Turn off all your devices that use the internet and Google services. Unfortunately, with our lifestyle, it is almost impossible for anyone to avoid all this. Even if you delete the cookies, at some point you will have to re-enable them, because you simply will not be able to do your job properly without them. What needs to be done is to establish rules, laws on personal data, that limit what each company can record, store, process, and distribute. The purpose of the video is not to scare you, but to make you a little more suspicious about the free services offered by all these companies. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the channel.
The monk.